Hello, welcome back to the Watford Way. Today to look ahead to Watford versus Southampton taking place at Vicarage Road this weekend. I'm very excited and we'll take a look at the game in depth in just a moment. But first, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like in the video, and let me know your own thoughts ahead of the game in the comment section down below. And make sure you put your score predictions down below to see if you get them correct ahead of this weekend. But yeah, let's talk about Southampton first, because they are our opposition this weekend. And a very good opposition indeed. Southampton are absolutely flying this season. They've had a couple of iffy games, most notably their defeats to Leicester and Sunderland. But obviously Watford have lost to both of them teams as well. So it's not too embarrassing for Southampton, albeit they do have a lot more quality, especially in midfield and attack, compared to the current Watford squad. I think that's where we should start the video, really talking about the quality of player Southampton possess, because there's no doubt in that a lot of their squad is Premier League quality. I know they got relegated last season and I know they had a very poor season as well. However, they still do have a few Premier League quality players, in my opinion anyway. Of course, they lost James Ward-Prowse towards the end of towards the start of this season as well. I thought he was going to stick around, but yeah, West Ham made a very good offer that Southampton couldn't refuse. And yeah, he's been doing very well there. I believe James Ward-Prowse actually has the most assists in the Europa League this season, or at least the most chances created for West Ham, which shows the quality he possesses. And I'm actually surprised Southampton managed to keep hold of him for so long, because he's an England international, and yeah, he's a very quality player at that as well. So yeah, it's a shame they've lost James Ward-Prowse, but they certainly still have a lot of quality in their squad. Carlos Alcaraz in midfield is a player I really like. Tenacious, has a good shot on him, and yeah, so Carlos Alcaraz is one of the key players to look out for this weekend. In defence, Ryan Manning is a player I like. I believe Watford were after him from the rumours I read in the summer transfer window as well. He ended up choosing Southampton, which was probably the right decision to make. I'm sure they'll be getting back to the Premier League much sooner than Watford, albeit in football anything can happen. Kyle Walker-Peters on the right hand side of the fence. He kind of plays a wing back type role, almost playing as a winger at times. He's really pacey, great dribbling ability as well. So yeah, Ryan Manning and Kyle Walker-Peters in defence are two players I would keep an eye on. Mason Holgate is probably their weak point this season. I believe he's playing slightly out of position. He's not really a ball playing centre back, which is how Southampton like to play under Russell Martin. So if I was the Watford manager this weekend and I had to target one area, if Mason Holgate was playing in the game, that is who I would target. And then you look at Southampton's attack, and they've got a plethora of players in attack as well, most notably Trey Adams, who is kind of a target man but can also do a bit of everything. And then you've got Adam Armstrong as well, who's very pacey in behind, and I'm sure will cause the Watford defence a lot of problems this weekend. So yeah, a lot to talk about in this video. As I just mentioned, that's just a few of Southampton's talented players. If you go on their website, look through their squad, I'm sure you recognise a lot of names on there from their previous years in the Premier League as well. And talking about the Premier League, just a couple of years ago, this was a Premier League match. Watford versus Southampton was a Premier League match, and now we both find ourselves in the Championship fighting for promotion. Who's more likely to get promoted this season? As I just mentioned, most likely Southampton. I think Southampton, Leicester and Ipswich are probably the three favourites for promotion at the moment. And hopefully Watford, if we continue the way we've been going, can just about sneak into them playoff positions. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be a very tough, long season. Still lots and lots of games to go. We're not even halfway through yet. But yeah, hopefully Watford can sneak in there just before the end of the season. Now let's talk about Watford and Watford's run of form going into this game, because we've been very good aside from the Leicester City defeat. I believe it's 8 or 9 games now unbeaten for Watford, which compared to last season is much more of a improvement. I think the squad morale is very high. The players seem to be in it for the long haul. Last season they seemed to down tools at any given opportunity, whereas this season, the squad morale just generally, I think the stadium, the squad, the whole club really seems to be on the up at the moment, especially in the last couple of weeks, winning them 2 games away from home. Firstly away at Swansea, and then very recently winning away at Hull City as well. After such a long wait for an away win since January, those 2 victories were very much needed indeed. And yeah, quickly talking about the Hull City game again, because that was Watford's most recent performance. It was a fantastic result. Eddie Kayembe again popping up the goal, and I think generally the whole performance was very much needed, if I'm being honest with you. Really happy with the performance. Wesley Hoot scoring from the halfway line as well. Unbelievable scenes in the away end. I was very jealous indeed, and fair play to the Watford fans who travelled, because yeah, it's a very long way going all the way up to Hull City. But yeah, I'm happy with Watford at the moment. Do I think we can beat Southampton? If I'm being honest, using my footballing brain, I think it's highly unlikely we'll win this game. However, I'm happy to be proven wrong. I think these players have the ability to prove us wrong. And actually, you know, I think they've shown some character in recent games as well. In the Norwich game in particular, going 2 goals down, coming back to win 3-2. I think for me, that shows character within the squad, that they are willing to fight, you know, win them duels on the pitch, and actually fight for the shirt as well. I think that's most important for me. So it's the most confident I felt as a Watford fan for quite a while. Do I think we'll win? Probably not. Do I want it to be a very good game to watch in the stands? Absolutely, yes, I do. And as long as Watford give their best, that's all I ask for. So with my brain, I do think we may lose this game. But in my heart, I'm going to go with a 2-0 Watford win. And I'm going to go with Mileta Rivic to bag his 8th goal of the season. And I'm going to go with Yassir Espria to get back on the score sheets at Vicarage Road as well. So let me know your score predictions in the comments section down below. As I mentioned before, don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well. And I'll be back straight after the Southampton game with a match reaction as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.